Hi there, it's Claritha, and I'm back with my part two of my two-part digestion videos, Happy Belly Basics. And I wanted to share with you three simple, really simple, common tips to help keep your body and your tummy happy. So for me, Happy Belly Basics are all about keeping it simple, and I'm talking really simple. And sometimes we just forget the common stuff, but I am here to remind you. So my first Happy Belly Basic tip is to eat real food. And seems really common, but stuff that comes in a box, stuff that comes in a styrofoam container, delivery counts, doesn't really have the same nutrition that real food does. And when you think about it, try to think about where you do most of your grocery shopping when you're actually in the store. So are you going through aisle to aisle, kind of sneaking through all the aisles where all of the box stuff is and where all of the food is that requires different additives and all this other junk that is required to keep that food shelf stable? Or are you doing most of your shopping around the periphery, around the perimeter of the grocery store? Because that is where you want to be. That is where the freshest food is. That's where we get our veggies and our fruits and our eggs and our meat if you're a meat eater. So try to spend most of your time at the grocery store around the perimeter. And even better if you can frequent your farmer's market. You gotta support the local farmers, guys, because they're gonna be our heroes moving forward. And farmers markets are great. And if you eat meat, befriending a butcher is a really good idea too, because pasture-fed, grass-fed meat is so much healthier if you are going to be eating meat. So that is really important. Another thing people ask me about if organic is better, and of course it is, but one, it's not always available, and two, it's not always affordable. So if you have the choice and you're kind of deciding what things to buy conventional and what things to buy organic, you can go to the website EWG. They have what they call the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen, and it's a great list of what is okay to buy conventional if you're trying to spend a little less money or it's not available versus what you should buy organic. And usually it's stuff with fruits and veggies where you're eating the skin that you want to buy organic, because that's where the heavier load of pesticides is. And so I'll include a link below on the YouTube video so you can check that out. But having those two things to kind of use as a guideline are really good. And my second belly basic is to just eat with the seasons. And I feel like I've talked about this quite a lot, but as we see the seasons change outside and in our external environment, that does influence what's happening in our internal environment, in our body. So one fundamental way to stay healthy and prevent illness is to eat what's coming out of the ground and what's falling off the trees this time of year, because right now we're in fall. And so in Chinese medicine, a lot of the produce that's produced right now actually helps prevent illnesses that we see during these fall months. So since we're in fall right now, it's getting colder outside, it's getting drier outside, and that's also happening to us inside. So the dry weather usually causes, chapped lips, really rough skin, dry stools, all that fun stuff. And so we need to eat foods that are easily digestible, but we also want to eat foods that have like a lubricating or like an emollientating effect on the body. And so beneficial foods like that for right now are nuts and seeds. Pears are fantastic, so double up on those. Lotus root, not so common. Pumpkin, it's pumpkin season, so knock yourself out. And honey. And another type of food that we want to pay attention to are sour foods, or foods with sour flavors. And I know the sour flavor isn't so popular in America and the Western culture, But what it does is it helps astringe fluids. It helps to keep them in. So things like apples, it's apple season, so yay. Pineapples, grapefruit, lemons, those types of foods have astringent properties to help us prevent the loss of fluids. So those are good as well. And my third and final tip is to UNITASK. I think that's a word officially, but what I mean is that to just do one thing, just enjoy your food, and we need to remember how to dine without doing anything else. In our Western culture, we are so busy multitasking and we glorify being busy, and it's a bunch of BS, and that is a topic for another day. But we need, because we are so stressed out and because there is so much going on, we need to be able to slow down and do one thing at a time well. And so we are digesting things all the time. We are digesting machines, you guys. We digest what we see, we digest what we hear, we digest what we read. We are constantly bombarded with information. So being able to slow down and focus on what we're eating is actually really good for our digestive system. It helps us produce more saliva because digestion starts in the mouth. It also helps us produce more acid in our stomach. So by being more mindful of how we're eating and what we're eating and enjoying what we're putting into our mouths and turning off the TV, not scrolling through social media, all of that, all those little things help our body do what it's supposed to do better. And so, I mean, that's amazing, you know, and our bodies are here to help us like enjoy having these sensory experiences. So let's enjoy our food, you guys, and just be a little bit more mindful about eating, and it will help to decrease some of that digestive upset that you get after meals. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the Happy Belly Basics. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. And have a good week, you guys.